Good morning, ma'am. So before I start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Pichana Nicole Girmale, and the topic that me and my groupmates are going to discuss today is about Unit 7, or the Philippine literature during the American and the Japanese periods. Topic A is about the Philippine literature during the American colonial period. Topic B is about the Filipino author during the American colonization, Aurelio Tolentino. Topic C is about the Philippine literature during the Japanese occupation. And lastly, topic D is about the Filipino author during the Japanese occupation, Manuel Argilla. And now, I will going to proceed to topic A, which is all about the Philippine literature during the American colonial period. The American colonial period in the Philippines, which began in 1898 and lasted until 1946, was a time of significant transformation in the Philippine literature. This era was marked by the introduction of the English language as a medium of instruction and communication, which greatly influenced the literary production. These are the key features of the Philippine literature during the American colonial period. Number 1. Introduction of English. The American colonizers established English as a medium of instruction in schools, leading to a new generation of writers who expressed themselves in English. Number 2 is about the rise of new literary forms. Various literary forms flourished during this time, including poetry, short stories, novels, and essays. The influence of American literature introduced new genres and styles, such as the modern short story and free verse poetry. Number 3 is about nationalism and social realism. Many writers used their works to express nationalist sentiments and critique social injustices. Literature became a means of advocating for Philippine independence and addressing issues such as poverty, colonialism, and identity. Number 4. Literary organizations and publications. The establishments of literary organizations and publications, such as Philippine Literary Society and various newspapers and magazines, provided platforms for writers to share their work and engage in literary discourse. Last, notable writers. Prominent writers during this period include Jose Rizal, who continued to influence literature with his earlier works, as well as newer voices like Carlos Bulosan, Manuel L. Quezon, and others who wrote in English and Tagalog. And now, I will be going to proceed to topic B, which is about the Filipino author during the American colonization, Aurelio Tolentino. He was a prominent Filipino playwright and poet during the American colonial period. He was a significant figure in the Philippine literature during the American colonial period. He is best known for his contributions to Tagalog drama and his role as a nationalist writer. These are the contributions of Aurelio Tolentino. Number 1. Tagalog plays. Tolentino was a pioneer in writing Tagalog plays, and he is often referred to as the father of Tagalog drama. His works were characterized by their focus on social issues, nationalism, and the struggles of Filipino people under the colonial rule. Number 2. Notable works. Some of his most famous plays include Kahapon, Ngayon, at Bukas, or Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow, and Ang Huling Lahi, or The Last Race. These plays often depicted the plight of Filipinos and critique colonialism, making them relevant to the socio-political context of his time. Number 3. Nationalism. Tolentino's works were imbued with a strong sense of nationalism. He used his plays to inspire Filipinos to fight for their rights and to promote a sense of national identity. His writings reflected the aspirations of the Filipino for independence and self-determination. Number 4. Cultural impact. Despite the challenges posed by American colonial rule, Tolentino's contributions helped lay the groundwork for the development of Philippine theater and literature in the vernacular. His works continue to be studied and performed, highlighting their enduring relevance. Lastly, number 5, legacy. Aurelio Tolentino's influence can be seen in the continued evolution of Filipino drama and literature. He is remembered not only for his literary achievements, but also for his commitment to the nationalist cause during a pivotal time in the Philippine history. So that's all for the topic A and topic B. Thank you.
Good morning, Ma'am Yvette Agnas. We are going to tackle about the Philippine literature during the Japanese occupation. Philippine literature during the Japanese occupation. The Japanese occupation of the Philippines, 1942 to 1945, had a profound impact on Philippine literature. Writers during this period adapted to the constraints of censorship and the promotion of the Japanese ideals of culture and governance, producing works that often revolve around nationalism, resistance, and survival. And this is the elements of writing a poem or a story. 1. Themes. Also, themes need to be a nationalism and resistance, struggles of war and survival, cultural pride, and Filipino identify amidst foreign rule. Number 2. Language. Use Tagalog or other Philippine languages to reflect the period, as English was discouraged by the Japanese. Simple, poignant, and direct language, typical of wartime literature. Number 3, the style. Poetic forms like haiku or tanaga. Short Filipino poems which were encouraged by the Japanese. Allegories or metaphors to subtly critique the occupation. And the last, number 4, setting in tone. Scenes of rural life, guerrilla warfare, or family struggles, a tone of defiance, hope, or quiet endurance. And this is the sample of poem. Sa dilim ng panahon, or in English is in the darkness of times. Sa lilim ng punong kahoy, dito kami nagtago. May hawak na dulo ng itak. Ang puso'y puno ng sigaw. Sa taas ng burol, tanaw ang bayan, kung saan ang bahay ay nilamon ng apoy. Mga bata umiiyak sa gutom. Inang nasa gubat, nagdarasal ng buhay. Ngunit kahit sa dilim ng panahon, may bituin pa ring naglalakbay sa langit. Saan man dumaan ang dayuhang anino, ang ating lupa ay nanatiling Pilipino. And this is the sample of short story. Si Aling Rosa sa kabila ng panganib ay patuloy na nagluluto ng lugaw para sa mga gerilya sa bundok. Ang bawat takot na hakbang papunta sa gubat ay sinamahan ng dasal sa may kapal sa likod ng mga punong kahoy. Nakikinig siya sa mga kwento ng kabayanihan ng kanyang anak na si Tomas, na isang gerilya. Sa kabila ng gutom at takot, hindi kailanman nawala ang liwanag ng kanyang pananalig na darating ang araw ng kalayaan. Thank you.
Good morning, Ma'am Yvette. So my topic for today is Filipino author during the Japanese occupation, Manuel Arguella. Manuel Arguella, born in June 17, 1911, then was a renowned Filipino writer patriot. A significant impact during the Japanese occupation of the Philippines, known for his short stories, particularly those in How My Brother Leon Brought Home a Wife and other stories. Arguela depicted rural Filipino life with vivid imagery and poignant storytelling. Despite the challenge of the Japanese occupation, he became actively involved in the resistance movement as a guerrilla. An intelligence operative, Arguela collected vital information to support the Philippines' underground movement against the Japanese force. Unfortunately, he was eventually captured, tortured, and executed by the Japanese in 1944. In August 13, 1994, he died. Manuel Arguela's legacy endures through his contribution to Filipino literature and his bravely serving as both a celebrated author and a martyr for Philippine independence.